There's a kind of brokenness that makes you feel invisible, a weight that sinks so deep you wonder if anyone sees it, if even God sees it. You try to hold it together, smile through the cracks, keep moving forward while everything inside you is falling apart. But here's the truth most people miss. Your brokenness doesn't repel God. It draws him in. He's not looking for the strong, the perfect, the put together. He shows up in the cracks, in the mess, in the moments when all you have is barely enough. Because weakness isn't failure, it's invitation. God has never required perfection. He desires surrender. And sometimes it takes breaking to finally let go. When your strength runs out, His grace steps in. When your plans collapse, His purpose begins to rise. That moment you think you've lost everything, that's often where He starts building something new. He's not afraid of your scars. He's not intimidated by your struggles. He moves closest when you're at your lowest, because brokenness makes space for healing, for hope, for Him. What you see as falling apart might be the beginning of falling into place. We spend so much energy hiding our weakness, covering it with smiles, burying it beneath busy schedules, pretending everything's fine. But God doesn't bless the mask. He meets you in the mess. He can't heal what you won't bring to Him. And the beautiful irony, the more honest you are about your pain, the more clearly you'll see His power. His strength isn't just for the strong, it's revealed through the weak. That's why Scripture says His power is made perfect in weakness, because when you have nothing left, there's finally room for everything He is. Let's keep seeking Him together. Subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a moment. Think of all the people God used powerfully. None of them were flawless. David was broken by failure. Moses was crippled by insecurity. Paul was marked by a past full of mistakes. But God didn't wait for them to be perfect. He met them right where they were. Because He's not looking for strength. He's looking for surrender. Your brokenness doesn't disqualify you. It prepares you. It strips away pride, crushes self-reliance, and opens the door to real transformation. The cracks in your story aren't flaws. They're the places where His light gets in. Sometimes we think being weak means we've failed. But what if weakness is actually holy ground? A place where your need becomes your lifeline, where your desperation turns into prayer, where your tears water the soil for something new to grow. God doesn't waste broken places. He builds from them. He turns mourning into movement, grief into growth. If you're feeling fragile, you're not disqualified. You're positioned for a deeper encounter with the God who specializes in making beauty from ashes. The very thing you're trying to hide may be what He most wants to use. God's strength doesn't just support you, it transforms you. He doesn't patch you up so you can look strong again. He rebuilds you from the inside out, different, deeper, wiser, more rooted in Him. That's why He allows brokenness, because what you thought was the end is actually a beginning. In your weakness, you learn how to lean. In your emptiness, you learn how to receive. And in your lowest moments, you finally understand what it means to be held by a God who doesn't flinch when you fall apart. He holds what breaks, and He builds what's surrendered. In a world that rewards strength, God honors surrender. The world says, be enough. God says, let me be enough. The world says, stand tall. God says, kneel and I'll lift you. Your weakness is not a liability, it's an access point, a door for divine strength to enter where self-reliance ends. You don't have to fake it anymore. You don't have to be the hero of your own story. Because grace doesn't wait for perfection, it meets you in the collapse. And in the collapse, God builds something no strength of yours ever could, something eternal, something real. So if you're broken, weak, exhausted, don't hide it. Bring it. Bring your tears, your questions, your fears. That's where God meets you. Not at your strongest, but at your most honest. His power flows not through the polished, but through the surrendered. You may feel like a mess, but in His hands, you're being molded. What looks like the end might be the place He starts writing something new. So don't give up. Don't disqualify yourself. Because where you feel weakest, that's exactly where He shows up strongest. What part of your weakness has God used to reveal His strength in your life? Let me know below.